Picture this. It's February 1986. You're 16, maybe 18, sitting in a darkened theater with your best friend or your first crush. The lights dim, the opening chords of If You Leave by orchestral maneuvers in the dark hit, and suddenly you're swept into a world of pink prom dresses, rich kid drama, and that aching feeling of not quite fitting in, but hoping someone sees the real you. For millions of us who grew up in the 1980s, Pretty in Pink wasn't just a movie. It was a mirror to our awkward teenage hearts, our first heartbreaks, and our dreams of being loved for who we truly are. Fast forward to today, January 13th, 2026. That same magic is coming back to the big screen. Pretty in Pink is returning to theaters nationwide for its 40th anniversary from February 13th through February 16th, 2026, in a stunning new 4K remaster. Welcome to Splain Daily, where we relive the stories that shaped our lives. If you're over 45 and this just gave you goosebumps, this one's for you. Announced just yesterday by Variety and Paramount Pictures in partnership with Fathom Events, Pretty in Pink will screen in select theaters across the United States for 4 special days, Thursday through Sunday, perfectly timed for Valentine's weekend and that Galentine's vibe. Every ticket includes the full theatrical experience, plus an exclusive bonus, a new Filmmaker Focus featurette with director Howard Deutch. He shares behind-the-scenes stories, talks about his close friendship with the legendary John Hughes, explains the controversial ending reshoots. Yes, we are still debating Duckie versus Blane, and reflects on why this film continues to resonate after 4 decades. The film has been lovingly remastered in 4K from the original elements, meaning those vibrant 1980s colors, the textures of Andie's thrift store fashion, and Molly Ringwald's iconic expressions will look better than ever on the big screen. Tickets are on sale right now through Fathom's website and participating theaters including AMC, Regal, Cinemark, and others. If you have a theater nearby, this is your chance to relive it the way it was meant to be seen, with surround sound, a crowd that knows every line, and maybe even a few happy tears. Now let's get real for a moment. For those of us in our 50s and beyond, Pretty in Pink arrived when we were right in the middle of it all: high school, first jobs, figuring out who we were. Molly Ringwald's Andie was us. Creative, smart, from the wrong side of the tracks, always feeling like an outsider, but refusing to give up on herself. She made her own clothes because she had to, stood up to snobs like James Spader's Steff, and still believed in love. Andrew McCarthy's Blane was that dreamy, unattainable guy who surprised us by seeing beyond the surface. And then there was Duckie, Jon Cryer's Duckie, loyal, funny, brokenhearted, loving so fiercely it hurt to watch. Who among us didn't root for him or secretly feel like him at some point? The soundtrack was everything. New wave songs blasting from our Walkmans. That prom scene with If You Leave swelling as Andie walked in wearing that homemade pink dress. It wasn't perfect glamour. It was real, messy, and hopeful. John Hughes and Howard Deutch captured the pain of class divides, peer pressure, and young love in a way that felt honest. We quoted lines like, "I just want them to know that they didn't break me when life got tough." We argued for years about the ending. Should she have chosen Duckie? The res-hot prom kiss with Blane broke some hearts, but gave others the fairy tale ending they wanted. Watching it now, 40 years later, it's more than nostalgia. It's a time capsule of our youth. The big hair, the shoulder pads, the mixtapes. They remind us of a time when the world felt full of possibility, even when it was complicated. For many of us, this movie got us through awkward phases, first rejections, and dreams of finding someone who truly understood us. Walking back into that theater now, with the same friends or new ones who get it, laughing at the same moments, feeling that same tug at the heart, feels like a gift. In a world that has moved so fast, this re-release feels like a warm hug from 1986, reminding us that we were seen, our feelings mattered, and they still do. Director Howard Deutch has said this anniversary is a celebration of the film's enduring message. Love doesn't care about money or status, it cares about truth. In the featurette, he dives into how the team fought for authenticity, why the ending was changed after test screenings, and how the cast became a family. This isn't just a movie re-release. It's an event. Grab your old high school friend, your partner who tolerated your Brat Pack obsession, or go solo and reconnect with a younger version of yourself. Bring tissues, because 40 years later, those emotions hit even harder. So there you have it. Pretty in Pink is back on the big screen for its 40th anniversary, ready to make us laugh, cry, and remember why we fell in love with 1980s cinema in the first place. If this stirred up some beautiful old memories, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs a little nostalgia, and let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching Splain Daily, where we celebrate the moments that mattered most. And one last question. Who did you root for back in the day, Team Duckie or Team Blane? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one.